Hello everyone, this is our PSE daily updates for today. The PSE index went back up yesterday after the pullback last Wednesday. The PSE index went up by 96.12 points or 1.31% to close at 7,458.74. With global markets rising last night, with Asian markets starting the day strong, the odds are good that the PSE index might challenge the 7,500 level today. This is the weekly chart of the PSE index. The next possible resistance is around 7,560. This was in the first quarter of 2022. The odds might be high for the PSE index to drop as it gets near 7,560. It has already been rising for 4 straight weeks and is due for a pullback. Now, here are some economic news. First, the S&P 500 revised the growth outlook for the Philippines. It slightly lowered the outlook from 5.8% to 5.7% for this year. It is below the government's target of 6% to 7% for the year. And for 2025, it maintained its growth forecast at 6.1%. It is also below the government's target of 6.5% to 7.5% for 2025. On the other hand, ADB has a better outlook for the Philippine economy. ADB forecasts a 6% economic growth for the year. For 2025, it forecasts a 6.2% economic growth. Its growth forecast for the year is within the government's target. However, the growth forecast for next year is below the government's target. ADB cites improved economic conditions as the main driver for the economic growth. However, it also said that global and external economic headwinds could possibly affect the economy. Now, for more positive news, the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas sees the possibility of 2 more interest rate cuts this year. BSP Governor Eli Remolona sees the possibility of the BSP doing 2 interest rate cuts of 0.25% each before the year ends. If this materializes, it will definitely push the PSE up further. Another news, ADB sees lower inflation for the Philippines for the rest of the year. ADB foresees inflation for the year lowering to 3.6% from initial forecasts of 3.8%. ADB cites sustained deceleration of food prices due to lower tariffs on rice imports as one of the main drivers. Then another news, BSP cutting the reserve requirement ratio resulted to additional 450 billion into the Philippine economy. It provided the Philippine economy substantial liquidity, which will further boost the Philippine economy. Now, here are some company updates. First, Ayala Land allots 2.7 billion for 3 projects. These are funds from the sale of A-REIT shares. These projects are comprised of 1 building, 1 residential development, and 1 hotel building in Metro Manila. Then another news, AXLM will be conducting a share buyback program. The company has set 500 million to buy back its shares in the next 6 months. For those who are not familiar with the company, AXLM is a coconut products manufacturer and exporter. Then lastly, Union Bank will infuse 1.6 billion to its digital bank, Union Digital Bank. Union Digital Bank is one of the 6 digital banks in the Philippines as of the moment. And prior to the infusion, Union Bank already infused a total of 5.7 billion in Union Digital Bank.